I want you to think about a fork in the road. Same day, same life, same circumstances, but two completely different people standing there. One of them is running an old story, a story they don't even realize is there. But the other one isn't being run by the story. And because of that, everything that happens next is different. I'm going to tell you about someone who stood at that fork and what happened when she chose. There's a version of stuck that nobody talks about. It's not the kind where nothing is working. It's the kind where everything is working. It all looks fine, maybe even great from the outside. Good job, good salary, respectable title, a life that makes sense on paper, a life that maybe even looks exactly like you want it. And underneath it, this quiet, persistent feeling that none of it is actually yours. You know what you want. You've known it for a while, but something in you won't move. And so you wait for the right time, for more certainty, for permission from somewhere. If that's where you are, this video is going to answer a tough question for you. Because what I'm about to describe is not a story about courage. It's a story about what was running the show and what happened when it stopped. Here's what most people don't understand about the decisions that feel impossible. They're not impossible because you don't know what to do. They're impossible because something inside you is predicting the outcome before you even try. Your brain has been running a forecast built from old data, old experiences, old conclusions, old versions of what's safe and what isn't. And that forecast is shaping every choice that you make, not loudly, quietly, in the background, before you even get to the decision. The fork in the road isn't really about the choice in front of you. It's about which version of you is standing there making it. Those two people, same day, same life, same circumstances, will make completely different choices and live completely different lives. Let me show you what that looks like. I had a client, I'll call her Sarah, who came to me stuck. She had a corporate job she'd had for 12 years. Good salary, stability, the kind of position people spend their whole career working toward. And she hated it. Not the people, not the work itself. She hated that feeling that her life was being lived for her job, and a job that she was doing for someone else, not a job she was doing for herself. She hated that every Sunday evening, something in her closed down, and she couldn't exactly name it. It just felt like hopelessness, like abandonment. And she was spending the best hours of the best years of her life building someone else's dream. She knew what she wanted. She talked about sharing her story for 7 years. She'd wanted it for a long time, but she was scared. Not the practical kind of scared, the deeper kind. The kind where the fear isn't really about money or logistics. It's about identity. Who am I if this doesn't work? What do I tell people? What if I get out there and find out I'm not who I thought I was? That's the forecast running, not her truth, her prediction. We worked together, and slowly she started to see what was driving the fear. It wasn't the business risk at all. That part was exciting for her. It was an old story about what she deserved, about what was safe, about who got to live the life that they wanted. And when she saw it, when she really saw it, something shifted. She resigned. 2 days later, her company called her back, offered her a promotion, bigger title, significantly higher salary, the kind of offer she'd never imagined herself receiving. Now, the old version of Sarah, the one running the old forecast, would have taken it in a heartbeat. Not because she wanted it, because the fear would have made it feel like the responsible choice, like the safe choice, like the only choice. She turned it down, and she went and built her business. The first year was very hard. I'm not here to tell you that it wasn't. The money wasn't there yet. There were months when the gap between where she was and where she needed to be felt very wide. But something else was happening at the same time. Her relationships with her family were growing stronger. She was present in a way that she hadn't been before. She was getting support from other people that she didn't know that she was missing. She allowed herself to be comforted, to admit that she was scared. And she told me, and I've never forgotten this, for the first time, I feel like I'm living my life, not performing. She hired two people from the company that she left, because they'd watched what she did and they wanted to be part of it. She's expressing herself in ways that she never thought possible before. Her business is still growing. She's impacting a lot of families, and she's having another child. Same woman, same life, same fork in the road. Two completely different timelines. The only thing that changed was which version of her was standing there. I'm not telling you to go out and quit your job. I'm not telling you what your fork in the road looks like. You already know what that looks like. What I'm asking you to consider is which version of you is standing there. Because here's what most people miss. The fear isn't coming from choice. The fear is coming from forecast, from an old story about what's safe, what's possible, and who gets to have what they want. And that story, as real as it feels, is not the truth. It's a prediction. Sarah's business didn't start growing because she got brave. It started growing because she stopped letting the old forecast make decisions for her. So the question that I want to leave you with isn't, what should you do? It's this: which version of you is making your decisions right now? If something in this video landed for you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Until next time, drive safe.